If you don't mind, will you please recite that poem again?
The name of the poem is When the Revolution Comes. Now, Gil Scott-Heron, the last poets had performed at Lincoln University, and Gil Scott heard that poem, and he was inspired by it. And then he wrote a poem entitled The Revolution Will Not Be Televised. But I said, when the revolution comes, some of us will probably catch it on TV with chicken hanging from our mouths. You'll know it's revolution because there won't be no commercials. When the revolution comes, preacher pimps are gonna split the scene with the communion wine stuck in their back pockets. Faggots won't be so funny then, and all the junkies will quit their nodding and wake up when the revolution comes. When the revolution comes, transit cops will be crushed by the trains after losing their guns, and blood will run through the streets of Harlem, drowning anything without substance. When the revolution comes, oh, pearly white teeth fall out of the mouths that speak of revolution without reference. The course of revolution is 360 degrees. Understand the cycle that never ends. Understand the beginning to be the end, and nothing in between but space and time that I make or you make to relate or not to relate to this world outside. My mind, your mind speak not of revolutions until you're willing to eat rats to survive. When the revolution comes, black cultural centers will be forts supplying the revolutionaries with food and arms. White death will fall off the walls of museums and churches, breaking the lie that enslaved our mothers. When the revolution comes. When the revolution comes, afros will be trying to straighten their heads, and straighten heads will be trying to wear afros. When the revolution comes, men will look like men and women will look like women again. When the revolution comes. But until then, and this is what I hate to say it, but I'm suing a lot of people because they've overused this. But until then, you know and I know, niggas will party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party. The part that they don't sample is, and some might even die before the revolution comes.
Casualty, Ashe, Ashe, okay.